I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything
She
to
doesn't
do with
care
him.
about that. Yeah.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't talk.
Average out the View hosts among the dumbest people on television. And it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth.
But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well.
All right, folks, buckle up because we've got a jaw-dropping story unfolding right now. Trust me, this one's too wild to miss. Melania Trump is taking on the hosts of The View in a lawsuit that's turning heads, and it's worth a staggering $100 million. That's right, you heard me, $100 million. This legal showdown is creating ripples across the worlds of entertainment and news, leaving everyone wondering what exactly went down. Well, let's break it all down for you. Here's the scoop. Former First Lady Melania Trump is suing the hosts of The View following some highly explosive comments made about her during a live broadcast. The situation has reached a boiling point and Melania is not pulling any punches. So what exactly was said? Let's just say it wasn't flattering. In fact, the remarks were downright controversial and inflammatory. During a recent episode, the hosts took aim at Melania's time in the White House, and their opinions were far from kind. One of the hosts even went so far as to suggest that Melania didn't enjoy her role as First Lady, claiming she wasn't exactly thrilled to be married to Donald Trump. They tossed around bold assumptions about her relationship, even hinting that she might not be too fond of the man she married.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just...
But they didn't stop there. The conversation took an even deeper dive, targeting her personal decisions. From her choices in redecorating the White House to her stance on Christmas traditions, the hosts left no stone unturned. They painted a picture of someone dissatisfied with her role and burdened by the expectations that came with it. To put it simply, it was a lot.
Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View. And look, The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it
It's
though?
no surprise that these remarks didn't sit well with Melania. And now, she's taking a bold stand. She's filed a defamation lawsuit, claiming the host's statements were not only false, but also deeply damaging to her reputation. For Melania, this isn't just about hurt feelings. It's about clearing her name and protecting her image from what she sees as baseless and harmful attacks. But wait, there's more. Enter Joe Rogan, podcast king and media critic extraordinaire. Rogan didn't hold back, calling out The View for what he described as blatant hypocrisy. He reminded everyone that not too long ago, Trump and Melania were frequent guests on the show, greeted with hugs and applause by the very same hosts. Fast forward to today, and The View now casts them as public enemy number 1. Rogan slammed this as a calculated narrative shift, suggesting it's driven more by politics than genuine conviction.
The things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of a way to get it down. The episode of you when you're on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right. Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
They're talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
That's not all. Rogan didn't stop at Trump. He went further, taking aim at the show itself for prioritizing sensationalism over substance. On his podcast, he quipped, if you average out the IQ of the View hosts, you might still struggle to hit triple digits. Harsh? Maybe. But his fans loved every bit of it, rallying behind his bold critique.
It is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies infested.
You might be wondering, why does any of this matter? Beyond the drama, this case raises a much larger question. What can and can't be said about public figures? This lawsuit has the potential to create ripple effects far beyond the courtroom. If Melania wins, it could set a groundbreaking precedent for how the media approaches personal matters involving public figures. A victory for Melania might lead to a significant shift in the way shows like The View tackle topics related to celebrities, politicians, and their private lives. It's a scenario that could reshape the boundaries of media law as we know it. Think about that.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That was all. That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that won't come up.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yes.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
This isn't the first time The View has landed in hot water, but this controversy, oh, this one's different. We're talking about the former First Lady of the United States suing one of the most watched talk shows in the country. This is next level drama, folks, and let's take a moment to talk about timing. Just as Melania files this legal challenge, Donald Trump is making waves in the headlines for entirely different reasons. Is this all part of a carefully orchestrated strategy, or is it just a coincidence? Speculation is already swirling. Some are suggesting that this lawsuit might be a calculated move to shift the media spotlight back onto Melania, especially with the current buzz in the political arena. Whether it's a strategic play or a reaction to sheer frustration, one thing is certain. This story has layers, and we're only just beginning to peel them back.
Now, you know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade. But apparently, his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
Let's circle back to those comments made on the show. One host even went as far as to claim that Melania hates her husband and doesn't even want to live in the same house anymore. Seriously, that moment left many listeners in utter disbelief. Did they really just say that? It was one of those jaw-dropping moments that you almost have to rewind to make sure you heard it correctly. What's been especially shocking in all this is how quickly Melania has taken legal action. Normally, high-profile figures might just let things slide or release a brief statement through their PR team, but Melania? She's going all in. She's not just fighting to clear her name, she's fighting for accountability. By taking this to court, she's drawing a clear line in the sand about what's acceptable and what crosses the line. This isn't about a quick fix. It's about safeguarding her personal and public reputation for the long haul. With $100 million at stake, it's clear she means business. This isn't a PR stunt. It's a legal battle with real stakes. Melania is making it clear that the impact of those comments goes far beyond a simple disagreement. This is about the harm done to her personal image and the public's perception of her as both a person and a public figure. So, what does this mean for all of us? Well, it raises some big questions. Do public figures like Melania deserve full privacy, or should they accept a certain level of public scrutiny because of their fame? And where do we draw the line between free speech and defamation? This case has the potential to become a landmark moment in media law, and experts are already predicting that it could ripple throughout the entertainment and news industries. If Melania wins, it could reshape how the media handles personal matters involving public figures, whether they're celebrities, politicians, or even family members. Of course, not everyone is on her side. Some critics argue that Melania is simply exploiting the situation for publicity. Others believe she's genuinely trying to protect her reputation and send a message about the limits of media intrusion. The truth probably lies somewhere in between. But at the end of the day, this lawsuit is about the intersection of fame, personal privacy, and media responsibility. It's a reminder that even public figures deserve protection against false and harmful statements. As this case unfolds, all eyes will be on Melania and The View to see how the courts respond to her claims. This isn't just about the money, it's about setting a new standard for how the media talks about public figures. If Melania's lawsuit succeeds, it could change how entertainment shows approach controversial topics. The story is just getting started, and we'll be following every twist and turn. So, what do you think? Is Melania justified in suing, or could this set a tricky precedent for free speech in the media? Drop your thoughts below. We really want to know what you think. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the latest developments. This is one of those stories everyone will be talking about, and we'll be right here keeping you informed every step of the way. Until next time, stay engaged, stay informed, and we'll see you right here with more updates on Melania, The View, and everything else this jaw-dropping saga brings. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.